Sponsored by 666bet.com. The Big Fight. Sponsored by 666bet.com.
This is Cooper Cassius for IFL TV in association with 666bet and Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're in Liverpool here for the CALLUM Smith and Tony Bellew workout. With me I've got Paul Smith. How are you?
Right, bit of flu, a bit of a cold, so trying to stay away from everyone, all the lads on the bill. They're all coming near me, I'm shouting, I've got a cold, and they're all leave me alone.
First of all, your brother in the biggest fight of his career on Saturday night against Nikolai Sijloka. What do you know about Sijloka, Paul?
I've watched quite a bit of him because obviously when he boxed out at Abraham, so that was one of the main fights we were looking at because that was Abraham's last fight before he fought me. That fight for me when I was watching that was like the confidence booster because that was the latest out at Abraham. The main fights we were watching of Abraham with the likes of Anze Ward and the fights when he was at where Abraham was probably at his best. But I've seen a lot of him. He's awkward, he's strong, he's big and he's tough. I think CALLUM is a lot better than him, and I think CALLUM is the better fighter of the two, but CALLUM's still relatively a baby, you know what I mean? People keep forgetting this about CALLUM. He's only just turned 24 and it's 2 years to the day that he's being professional, so you know it's a lot of big things are expected from him, but we need to sort of keep the reins on him just a little bit because of his age and because of his lack of experience. But this is a perfect, ideal fight, in my opinion, for him to get that experience and to possibly go the 12-round distance for the first time and to learn a few tricks of the trade as well. The lad's only lost to Arthur Abraham a second week in a world title fight, so he's more than capable. So you know, we learn a few little old man tricks in there as well, which he's only picking up in sparring at the minute.
How far is he away from the best super weights we have in this country in Fox, Groves and De Gale? How far is he away? Is he there now?
Ability-wise, he's there, but you know yourself and as anyone else watching this will tell you, you need to have that experience now. You need to be hardened as a pro, and I don't even think he's got that man strength, what we all talk about. Yeah, you know, I know it's an old cliche what we all say, but he's still got to fill out, in my opinion, and he'll end up bigger and stronger, if that's even possible, because he's stronger than anything now. But there's no rush, in my opinion, in the team's opinion, but he's in a good position where he will be ready. If any of them come knocking, he'd take it and he'd be ready.
Obviously, top of the bill, Nathan Cleverly and Tony Bellew. Obviously, there's been some sort of rivalry between the two ever since that first press conference at the O2 3 years ago. But you know, this is simmering nicely into Saturday night. How do you see the fight going, Paul?
I think a lot of it depends on Nathan and how he turns up. If he turns up and boxes and gets on his back foot and tries to make it hard for Tony, then it'll take a lot longer for Tony to get there and to actually let the bombs go. I think it's a totally different fight at cruiserweight, and personal point of view, I think we've seen Tony Bellew boxing on the back foot, moving. We've seen Tony Bellew standing, slugging, turning away. Nathan Cleverly seems to be the same type of fighter all the time. Every fight, coming forward, marauding, with a lot of punches. And listen, that's quality. He's been world champion because of that, and he's a quality fighter. He's very good at what he does, but I think it's a different fight to cruiserweight. I think we'll see the best Tony Bellew. I think cruiserweight suits him more, so I'm back on Tony Bellew.
Okay, and just finally, just an update on your Abraham and...
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm ready and waiting. We're looking at February, around about the 14th or the 21st. So I'm just waiting. I'm just leaving it to Eddie and Callis Island, and as soon as they give me the call, I'm ready.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot, Paul.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Just picking this interview back up with Paul Smith. That's all right. Listen, live TV comes ahead. I can understand that.
They haven't got as many sponsors as you, though.
True. Yeah, obviously Eddie's talked about it before. That negotiations with CALLUM's have taken place for the rematch between you two. Yeah. It's nearly there.
I think so. I've said not what I want. I'm not really in a position to make demands after last time, regardless of what you think of the score, and you know it's still down as a loss. So I'm not coming in as a defending champion. So it is what it is. I'll just wait and see. I have to go back to Germany again. I know that. I know the venue. I know the date. I know everything else. We just need to tie up the loose ends. I think that's where they're up to, and that's what stage they're at. But I'm just waiting on the end of the phone for the call. I've had a bit of flu recently, and we had a loss in the family, so it just took my foot off the gas a lot. I've really been training. I was in the Rotunda a few weeks ago doing some circuits and bag work and a bit of running and that. So I've just been keeping my eye on a little bit after a good rest, and I'll be ready as soon as I get the call for the fight.
Despite the defeat, would you say it was one of your career best performances?
It was, because I believe I got the tactics right, and with me that's always been a problem. The tactics don't seem to go to plan, but I knew the training I'd done and the way we had it with Joe. And again, I've always said, you know, I'm not lazy, I'm not a diva only getting out of bed for big fights, but I need that motivation. You know, it's hard for a fighter to up himself for a fight that he knows he can win, or that he knows, you know, tick over jobs and all that. So the bigger the fight, the better I'll be. But I've also fell short in the past when I've said that. You know, but everything in the past is gone. I believe that fight in Germany against Abel, I believe I was, you know, close to my best. But I wasn't watching thinking, wow, look what I did. I'm watching it and thinking I should have won again there, I should have done this, I should have done that. So I know I've got more, I know I've got more to add to it, I know I can be better.
Are you going to have to be better though, Paul, because you give that performance and didn't get it over there? Yeah. You're going to have to. Yeah. Do you think in the back of your head you're going to have to knock this geezer out?
Listen, it's not for lack of trying. You know, I tried last time, but who has knocked him out? You know, Froch couldn't, Ward couldn't. Stiglitz did it, but on an eye injury. You know, no one's ever knocked him out. No one's ever looked like they're going to knock him out. But you never say never. I do believe I was hurting him. I do believe if I catch him right, he will go. But I do also believe if I'm better, I'll be able to make sure there's no doubt in the decision, even though, you know, I felt I did enough last time. And that's hands on heart. That's just my opinion. Other people watching will have a different opinion, but I know I can be better. My point I'm getting is I'm not watching that thinking I was at my best there and I didn't get it. You know, and next time I can't be any better. And I'm watching it thinking I can be better. I know I can be better, and I will be better.
All right, well listen, we'll wait news of that when there is, and I mean,
you'll be the first to know, mate, don't worry.
I hope so. And listen, sorry to hear about the passing away of your nan. Condolences.
Thanks for everyone who's sent the condolences on the Twitter and on all the social media. You know, it is appreciated. The family, we are really close. It's not an act, you know. What you see with the brothers, it's like that, right through to my grandmother, and you know, we'll miss me nan, but. She was a mad boxer fan anyway, she'll be buzzing, she's all over Twitter, she loved all that anyway, she'll be made up that she's getting mentioned, so thanks again to everyone, we all do appreciate it.
Alright Paul, we'll catch up with you soon, thank you mate.